Come With Me to Kathmandu is being released to mark International Women's Day in 2023. International Women's Day is celebrated every year on the 8th of March and is one of many days that the United Nations observes. It is a day to highlight the successes of women and draw attention to the difficulties they continue to face. If you haven't heard of International Women's Day before, chances are that you live in a country where women's rights are already upheld, albeit imperfectly. However, International Women's Day is a big event in Asia, where women suffer much more. In fact, in Nepal, it is a mandatory celebration of women. The Social Welfare Council checks up to ensure Women Without Roofs, the charity I run, has marked the occasion. As Christians, International Women's Day is an opportunity to remind ourselves that both men and women are made in the image of God. We can celebrate the contributions made by women in our churches and communities. It's also a chance to learn more about the plight of women worldwide, who face many more difficulties than us. Of course, my book is a great way to find out about women in Nepal, but heaps of other resources are produced to raise awareness of International Women's Day. The BBC is a great place to start, or you could look up resources from international women's charities based in your country. So let me tell you about women in Nepal. In chapter 1 of Come With Me to Kathmandu, I introduce you to Leela, who faces discrimination when accessing healthcare independently. She needs to give a man's name to sponsor her before leprosy testing is carried out. Several women in the book are denied property ownership, which means they cannot escape abusive households. Instead, they're at the mercy of unscrupulous landlords who may also abuse and exploit them. In later chapters, Tanya and Binsa cannot obtain citizenship without a man to vouch for them, which severely impacts their working lives and their children's futures. Once we've become informed about how women worldwide are struggling, we can pray and act. Since International Women's Day is a global social event, you may wish to get together with friends to pray and hold your own celebration. Women's rights groups organise petitions and produce sample letters that you can send to your political representatives. These remind our leaders that justice and equality for women are not guaranteed everywhere. We know God cares about all women and chooses to work through us to resolve the issues they face. I pray that on this International Women's Day you will find time to celebrate the women who have positively impacted your life. I hope you'll also discover more about the plight of women around the world and be inspired to pray for them. Have a wonderful time celebrating International Women's Day.